Meticulously created with extra vagrant tools. This is the blade Optic. What?
What is that shit?
Hi everyone, my name's Adam, this is the Out of Collective, and today we're going to talk about Line's all-new ski, the Blade Optic. This is the 104 version, but a lot of what I'm going to talk about applies across the board in this line. One of the things that makes this ski so special and unique in the line is the fact that it uses gas pedal metal. Gas pedal metal is a thing that you're starting to see a lot of different brands do, but not quite in the way that Line is doing it, right? You're seeing brands across the ski industry create all-mountain skis that have less metal, right? Metal that only goes through certain parts of the ski. In this particular case, Line calls it gas pedal metal, right? Metal only exists in places that you need it, and it is spread out very differently throughout the ski, I guess. You'll see in the B-roll, the close-ups, all the notches, where that metal is overlaid in the ski. It's unique, and honestly, I think it skis really, really well. It allows the ski to be fun, snappy, and energetic. All are words that I hate to use when describing a ski, but they apply here, so we're going to use them anyway. At least I'm not saying versatile. No matter what, I will not say versatile in this review, okay? Mark my words. This ski is extremely versatile. This ski is extremely versatile. This ski is extremely versatile. Ski's extremely versatile. I like the fact that this ski is designed based on the Line Vision. The Line Vision has been an extremely successful experiment for Line. It's enjoyable, it's playful, and it allows you to go and ski things that otherwise you wouldn't really have access to. I think they took a lot of what they learned in that ski and applied it here. They also took a lot of their experience from the Prophet series, which has been in the line for forever, it seems like, but has never been particularly relevant. The Optic is kind of the plan to change that, right? Obviously, it being called the Blade is kind of a callback to what is the Line Blade. The Optic is just the all-mountain version of that same ski. Blade is obviously very turny, very specific. The Optic just uses that same gas pedal metal system and brings it over to a true all-mountain ski. All right, so 4 sizes on this ski. Like a lot of the skis that we've talked about recently, I don't think that there's enough sizes available in this particular option. I think there should be some smaller ones as well. However, the ski does ski sort of short. I'm about 6 foot, 220 pounds. For me, the 186 size is perfect. It's enjoyable, and I really don't feel like I need to get into anything different. It's one of those things where, depending on the ski, you might be skiing comfortably in a 182, you might be skiing comfortably in a 186, but in other skis, a 186 may be far too much, or a 182 may not be nearly enough. And I think for this one, a 186 makes sense, which is actually kind of a good call out to the engineers that decided what sizes these things were going to be offered in, because they actually make sense, right? They align with what you think they should be. I try to stick in something that's a 183 to a 186, 182 to a 186. If I'm skiing on a 180, I feel like it's a little too short. If I'm skiing on a 188, I feel like it's very long. All those details aside, I actually think that it matters, right? Like, I used to think that everything should be sized 170, 175, 180, 185, and just make something every 5 cm, but I actually am liking that companies are playing with the size differential more and more. I just wish in this particular case that there was more of those sizes available. There is quite a few things that I think are worth noting on this ski that are done extremely well. One, I think the mounting point is perfect. The recommended mounting point on this ski is dialed in, and I don't think you need to change it anywhere else. There's been plenty of skis in the past where I felt like you needed to go forward more than normal. Almost never do you hear me say that you should go back on a ski, but I do think that this ski is dialed in terms of where it's mounted at. I will say, I think it's going to depend on your weight a little bit here when you're sizing the ski. If you are a lighter weight person, you might want to go down to that 178. So again, talk to somebody at a ski shop, talk to somebody at Line if you have the opportunity, kind of get a feel for where your abilities are at, the terrain that you're skiing, and just what size you're used to skiing too, right? There's so many things that go into ski sizing that realistically, it's like I could go and get on a 171, I could go and get on a 190. It's just finding that fit that makes the most sense for you, and for me, it's this 186. This ski is extremely ugly. I don't like it one bit. However, I do like the way that the construction of the ski shines through, and that makes up a lot of difference for me. I would ski it, but if we're giving it a rating on how it looks alone, especially throughout the entire line, 4.5, 5 maybe. You know, the gray one, the gray one is a 3. The gray one is one of the ugliest skis I think that I've seen in existence. Base isn't so bad. I always like that really bright lime green base, but other than that, a little rough. Line does have a couple little cool call outs, like this little guy here that says meticulously crafted with extravagant tools. I've said extra vagrant like 6 times, but it's extravagant in case you're wondering. I like the little line stamp. I mean, we're kind of wasting too much time talking about this ski because I think it's ugly. Okay, end of story. All in all, this is a wonderful ski if you're looking for something to kind of fit in that Nordica Enforcer type category, but you don't want something quite that stiff. K2 Mindbender is a very similar ski, although this feels a little floatier, a little freer. Peter from Line, one of the engineers there, has described this as like the ideal freeride world tour ski, and I think that actually is pretty accurate, other than your skiing ability probably not being at freeride world tour level. I think that this ski, with the little rise in the tail, with the tip rocker, and with the amount of metal that's in it, allows for a fun and exciting all mountain ski that you can kind of get on and not feel like you're skiing something that your dad used to own. So think like Blizzard Rustler is probably a very, very comparable ski when it comes to this category. So that's my all in all. I will talk to you guys next time when we come back and review whatever it is that we are going to review next week. Be sure to subscribe, follow the Out of Collective on social media, and wherever else you want to get info, leave a comment, blah, 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 blah.